Hey guys, long time no here. Sorry, been really busy with so many different projects. Hey, I got my little boy with me today, so he's going to do a brief little video just to demonstrate or just to show you a bit of info regarding this Singer post machine that I really rate. Okay, I rate it, been working on it for over 35 years. As we mentioned in previous videos, traditionally a walk-in foot sewing machine you'd use for upholstery, but if you can use one of these babies, you can quite honestly stitch anything you like. They're very versatile. They're designed to stitch boots and shoes. This one's a 51W56 60-70-year-old sewing machines. This originally came from a very good shoe factory, over 140 years old, W.J. Brooks Limited. We used to work for them. They went on to make the film Kinky Boots, and they used to upgrade their sewing machines, and I bought several of these machines off them many years ago, and they've been very good. Basic machine, it just has a wheel as opposed to a foot. This is the wheel, designed to stitch near the edge. You can get a piece of leather like this. A bit squeaky, but anyway, you can stitch right near the edge. It's a very nice seam there. It was designed for the edges of shoes, boots, handbags, jackets. You can do what you like with it. Again, you can stick. I changed the thread so you guys can actually see what I'm stitching. Just to give you some tension, I'll go twice around there. You generally go once in there, once in the back there. You got 3 little holes here. One, lifting up there. 2. These are all designed, all these little obstacles are designed to keep the thread taut. And then you've got your tension spring here, and this adjusts the tension, this one here. You go through there, hold it taut, it comes up, it goes round the little hook. There's a little hook here. And through there, through there, through here, back through there, down there, round there. Instead of threading it all the way through, we generally tie a knot here. Just tie a little knot, cut it off there, and then pull it all through. Saves oh guys, I'm gonna have to see if I need some goggles for this. These ready wound bobbins, you can get 2.5 times the amount on these than you generally can on a wind-on bobbin. These ones here, you put on the side of your sewing machine, you put your thread up here, and while you're working, it generally winds on. But on this particular spool, you don't get the amount you need. And I'm generally working with darker materials, so a black ready wound bobbin is perfect. They are available in different colours. A bit expensive, but they are available. So having the right tension really helps, and it won't spoil your job. I'll just give you an example. Look, you're stitching along here. The right tension there. The underside, look, it's not visible at all, the yellow thread. Maybe in places. If that's in places, it means it's too loose on the top. I'll stop it there a minute. So if I do this tight, underside, look, it's not showing at all. If I loosen this, Loosen it some more. And you see the yellow thread is visible. I've loosened the tension, and the underside thread is at the same tension it was, so the bobbin underneath is pulling through the top stitch. So if I tighten this now, we're tensioning the top thread. So we'll go along. As you see, it's taking it back. You've got to get it to a happy medium, so it's just in the middle. We're only talking about 1.5mm leather here, but that thread with this tension and the tension underneath, you can actually, believe it or not, within a diameter of a thickness of 1.5mm, you can actually get that thread to line up in the center. But this is what a post machine was designed to do. You can stitch along. You can basically do any design you like. You know, if you take your time, I'm not taking care here, I'm just demonstrating. It's like you're a one-man embroidery machine. That's what this type of machine can do. You can't really perform this exercise on a walking foot. So that's just stitching on one thickness of leather. If you want a nice clean stitch, you can leave it taut. And sometimes when this is like a cable stitch machine, it can work on thick leathers. And you can put things together, like in the card trimming, for instance. Get two pieces of leather. Look, do that. Lock it at the end. You've created a seam. Now here is the tensioning. Look, that's why we use a darker thread. If you're doing this, we're using a yellow thread on the top here, and when you pull your seam apart, it shows through. But this is what you can do with this machine. You can either leave this flap like this, depending on where on your upholstery, or generally I used to do loads of car interiors. But you could do that and it will create that effect. Look. So now this has gone through 3 thicknesses. 1, 2, 3. And it's created this effect. Or you can seam it together. Like that. If you want to create something different, you can open your seam up. And you can create that effect. These are very versatile machines. And always, when you're working on your sewing machine, when you come to an end, if you come to an end, always use the wheel here, leave your leave your needle ready to go down. Always leave your needle ready to go down. So when you're ready to start, you hold both threads. Look, it's ready to go. If you don't leave your needle ready to go down, and you leave your cotton short, I'll give you an example. This is like getting into a car and someone leaves it in gear. This is typical. Someone getting into a car, it's an annoying thing. Look, so you hold your two threads, look, and you want to start. You go like that. The thread was on its way up. The needle was on its way up, so it's pulled it out. You've stalled, just like you do in a car probably. So when you finish working on any piece, get into the habit so very important. Look, they have a knee support. This machine has a knee support. You lift this up. Look, so you operate with your knee like this, like this, like this. Has one on the side, a hand one as well. You don't need to use that. So always, you finish your job, you lock it. If you release the wheel backwards, it pulls the thread down. Now hold the leather in place, leave the needle facing downwards. Always get into that habit. It's not a rocket science machine. They're pretty, I recommend anyone to try it. At the age of 14, I was sitting in my lunch break, stitching lines up and down out of scrap leather. You got to get to know your machine. Just a bit of info, guys, on the thread we use. For most of the upholstery on car trimming, I use number 36 thread. 36 is the thickness of the thread. As I said, the bobbin case underneath is number 70. Generally, the higher you go in number on thread, the thinner the thread is. The lower you go, the thicker it gets. We have somewhere, I'll show you in another video, but we have a number 11. That's a very heavy duty thread. You cannot use it on this type of machine. It has to be a more heavier machine. The thread is almost like string. So generally, the higher the number, the thinner the thread. So we use number 36 thread. These are 36. You get all the colors you want. And they're very strong. The 40 thread, you see, this is nylon bonded. We used to use it on boots and shoes. It's very strong, it's waterproof. I've been using it for years on the upholstery as well. It makes every seam very strong. Although, as I say, 36 is apt. Anyway, feel free to ask any questions. Sorry I've been away for so long, but I'm going to do some more projects very soon. So like and subscribe, please. All the best. Bye-bye.